The most talked about moment in NASCAR, the crash at Talladega that involved Bubba Wallace and Ryan Blaney. Some people say that Wallace blocked too hard, while others say that Blaney made a risky move. But what really happened? In this video, we'll take a closer look at the different perspectives on the incident and unravel the truth behind the excuses. So fans, buckle up as we dive deep into today's video on NASCAR Zone. But before we dive into that, you subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. The 2023 NASCAR Cup Series Geico 500 is finally done and dusted. The 10th race of the season started at 3:20 p.m. ET on Sunday, April 23, and went for 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 25 seconds. The race was held at Talladega Superspeedway, and 38 cars took part. Kyle Busch's second win of the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series season came in overtime. He drove the number 8 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 for Richard Childress Racing. The experienced driver became a contender in the last mile of the race. He stole the win after a double overtime restart and avoided the last lap crash that happened when other race leaders crashed or ran out of gas. Kyle Busch never led a lap during the race, and he wasn't in a good position to win until double overtime. On the last lap, Bubba Wallace Jr. and Ryan Blaney crashed while fighting for first place. This gave the number 8 driver the lead. The race then came to an end with Busch in the lead. After the video was looked at, he was officially given the win. This was his 62nd victory in the NASCAR Cup Series and his second at Talladega Superspeedway. Busch said after the race,
"Sometimes you got to be lucky, and some of these races come down to that, and you got to take them when they come to your way. And the seas kind of parted there when they went up the racetrack, and they're trying to push draft, and these cars are just not stable enough to do that. I seen the 23 just turn a little bit sideways, and I was like, get out of the way, just miss it, and try to see if I was ahead of the 12 by the time it was called, But just a great day for another new sponsor at RCR with McLaren Custom Grills. If you ain't got a custom grill yet, these McLarens are pretty bomb, so you got to check them out. And we have a great time being able to come out here and race and be a part of Team Chevy and Chevrolet and get this Camaro in victory lane."
A lot of talk at the end about fuel and who was going to run out. How close were you and how?
Well, it shut off right here when I was trying to do a burnout, so maybe it's out. I went left instead of going right. Fuel pickup's on the right, so maybe I ran it out. But I'll see if it fires to get back. But yeah, we were sweating it being close. But I thought back to California, Fontana earlier this year where we have a win, and I'm like, we got to gamble. Like, we're up here, you got to take the track position when you have it and go give it what you can. And lo and behold, it worked out. So knock on wood for this one.
Meanwhile, Ryan Blaney, who led the most laps in the race 47, came in second. Chris Buescher, Chase Briscoe, and Brad Keselowski rounded out the top 5. The rest of the top 10 were Eric Jones, William Byron, Christopher Bell, Daniel Suarez, and Todd Gilliland. In the Geico 500, the lead changed hands 57 times between 21 cars, and there were 8 caution flags. But how did Bubba Wallace lead the crash? Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series raced at Talladega Superspeedway. On the last lap of the race, there was a crash. Ty Gibbs, who was the 3rd car on the inside lane, pulled out of line right before the last green flag in NASCAR overtime because he was out of gas. That caused Ryan Blaney's car, which was leading on the inside lane, to stop moving. Kyle Busch took the lead when Bubba Wallace pushed him into the outside lane. When they took the white flag at the end of the next lap, Wallace moved out of line, and Ryan Blaney pushed him to the front. As they went into the first turn, Blaney went to the inside and Wallace blocked him. Blaney moved to the middle, and Wallace pulled up and blocked again. When the 2 cars collided, race leader Bubba Wallace went around in front of the rest of the field. Caution was used to end the race. Kyle Busch was declared the race winner. Outside of the racetrack, Wallace and Blaney are known to be friends, and after the accident, both drivers said that it was their fault. After the race, Blaney said,
"Yeah, I mean, it's just you get big runs and you take them when you can. And, in my mind, I'm glad everyone's okay. But in my mind, you kind of triple move like that, triple block, and you can't block 3 times. I don't know. So I don't know, just runs are so big, and it's, you're, as a leader, with Bubba, he's trying to block, which is the right thing to do, but I think he kind of moved 3 times, and you don't really get a lot of those. I mean, I got to go somewhere, so I hate cars got torn up. I hate for us being so close to the win, but and I'm not blaming anybody. It's just hard racing at the end of this thing, and unfortunate, cars got tore up, and we just missed out on another win.
What are your thoughts on Ryan Blaney's comments? Let us know in the comments section below. Be sure to hit the bell button and subscribe to our channel to get the latest updates. Here's what Wallace had to say.
Just got jumped by the 12. Pulled a late block. Close block, and just sent us around. So not the 12's fault. Just I honestly thought that he would leave me high and dry coming back around, and so just hate it from the team, and that's how it goes. So that was our best by far plate race that we've ever done. So hats off to the 23 group, Freddie up on top of the roof, and just a great day for us. Just a crap result. So hate it. I caused that one, and man, I thought it'd play out a little different. Obviously, not getting wrecked, but I thought the move would happen coming off to the trial.
But there was more to Sunday's race. The Super Speedway package also needs to be improved. If there is one thing that has become abundantly clear after 2 years of production of next-gen automobiles, it is that certain packages require additional tweaking. As we have previously seen, NASCAR has not been reluctant to make changes at any point thus far in the season. They made several adjustments to the package for both short tracks and road courses, which resulted in generally stronger racing at the tracks in question. Now it's time for NASCAR to make some changes to the Super Speedway package. The cars struggle to get 3 wide, which leads to bottleneck 2x2 pack racing. Even on a track as wide as Talladega, it is exceedingly difficult to make a pass due to the fact that the cars are racing in a single file, rather than the train racing that we are accustomed to seeing. At Talladega, the Big One is not as common as it is at other tracks, because vehicles are unable to go 3 wide and execute erratic moves. The frequency of severe collisions has decreased, which is one of the benefits of this rule. Even though there are still collisions, and even the occasional big one, it hasn't been as common with the next-gen cars at the Super Speedway that is 2.66 miles long. During last year's Talladega races, there was a big crash in the first 2 stages, but not in the final stage. Because the final stage was in the green for such a long time, there was a problem with the gasoline. During the final restart of overtime, we witnessed Ty Gibbs, as well as a few other drivers, run out of fuel. After another wild race at Talladega, NASCAR goes to Dover Motor Speedway on April 30. Teams and drivers can now take a deep breath after another crazy race at Talladega. On Sunday, Kyle Busch escaped disaster and was in the right place at the right time, which helped him win his 2nd race of the season. After 10 races, the series moves to the east for one more race to end a busy April. At Talladega, drivers had to deal with problems, but now they have to deal with different kinds of problems. Since the first Cup race at Dover Motor Speedway in 1969, which Richard Petty won, more than 100 races have been held there. Taking on the Monster Mile isn't easy, and every driver will face some kind of problem next Sunday. The pros will have a slight edge in this event, but nothing is certain. Busch, Kevin Harvick, and Martin Truex Jr. have all won 3 times the track, and Chase Elliott has won twice on the 1-mile oval. He won the race last year, and 4 of the last 7 races at Dover have been won by Hendrick Motorsports. Another senior to keep an eye on next weekend is Denny Hamlin. The driver for Joe Gibbs Racing won at Dover in 2020, and he has 4 pole positions there over his career. So that is for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Tell us in the comments what you think about the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more of our videos on NASCAR updates. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.